Welcome back to the channel. Today's video topic shouldn't be controversial, but it's the internet, so anything can happen. About 2 years ago, I made a video titled Why I Stopped Carrying the Springfield Hellcat. And in that video, I simply discussed the reasons why, meaning I wasn't as confident with that gun as I was with a full-size 1911. And at that time, we just had the shooting that was stopped by Eli Dickens at over 40 yards. And I was reevaluating a lot of different things that happen when I carry a subcompact. And I just came to the conclusion that I didn't want to carry it, and I gave my reasons why. Well, that video is one of the best performing videos for all the wrong reasons. It has a plethora of comments, mostly people disagreeing with my decision. And that's okay, it's the internet. I really don't give a shit what you say. But today we're going to talk about why I carry a 1911 every day. And this is not clickbait. I do carry some form of 1911 every single day. The guns that you see in front of you here are the carry guns that are in my rotation. I'll go through them real quickly and then go through the 6 reasons why I choose to carry some form of 1911 on my person every day as opposed to any other gun. So before we get into that topic, I'm going to do a quick overview of the 1911s that are in my carry rotation. Yes, these are all Alchemy or Cabot guns. I work for Alchemy and Cabot. So obviously these are the pistols that I'm going to be the most comfortable with. And the ones that I'm going to have the most access to. So yes, every single day I carry an Alchemy or Cabot. The first option that you have here is a Quantico high cap and hard chrome. Excellent. So most of the time, and I say most meaning from like June through December, this is going to be what I carry. And yes, I carry it in this configuration. I figured that if a gun has a rail, it gets a light. If it doesn't have a rail, no light. But a rail without a light is, kind of useless to me. So Quantico high cap 9mm double stack 1911. Yes, it's a 2011 pattern pistol. 2011 is trademarked by Staccato. So I'm just going to call it a double stack 1911. Quantico high cap is most of the year. I just clean it because this is the only demo gun we have that's hard chrome. So I clean it real good. I don't like cleaning my guns very often. So I clean it real good, put in a short firing pin for SHOT Show, EWA in Germany, and then NRA, which is in April or May. And then after that, I'm going to put a full-size firing pin in it, and it's going to go back into my pants. Next, this is my off-season carry, I guess you could say. So from those months from January through May, when I'm at at shows and using this gun for shows, this is a Belligerent Nero prototype that I went ahead and put a red dot on. This is in 45 ACP and it is ported. This is an amazing gun. Once again, it has a rail, so it gets a light. And I carry this appendix with all the doodads and the gizmos on it. But fantastic gun. I carry this in 45 ACP. This one is not quite as frequent, but if I'm looking for something a little bit more compact, this is a Prime Elite compact, so it is a CCO sized gun. In 9mm again, you'll see a lot of red dots. I only have one non-red dot gun in the rotation. I am a firm believer in red dots, and they tend to show themselves as being a superior sighting system for experienced and new shooters alike. So red dots are very good. So this is a commander length slide on an officer size grip. It's 9mm with the Trip Research mags. This is a very compact package because you can have 9+1 with the compact mags from Trip Research, and it's a great gun, awesome to shoot. Over here, we have one of the prototype Rebellions from Cabot guns. So I've had this gun since 2019. It is a bull barrel, aluminum lower, stainless steel upper, stainless steel, rest of the parts. But this is a relatively lightweight gun. So this is something that I'm going to carry if I really want it to be as light of a package as possible, but still a 4¼ inch barrel. And most of the time, it's going to be appendix carry, maybe 3 o'clock. And then the last gun that's been in the rotation on and off, but right now it's a show gun, is a prototype Insurrection. This is all stainless steel. So it is a very, very heavy gun. God, I don't know the full weight when it's fully loaded up. I sell them, so I should probably know, but somewhere in the neighborhood of 60 ounces. So it's a very heavy gun, but still with a good belt, I'm able to carry this appendix. And I have done some strong side, 3 o'clock carrying as well with it. So these are the guns. This is like 60% of the time. This is like 38% of the time. And then these occupy now other random percentages. But between this is all I've been carrying for at least the last 2 years. So why do I choose to carry a 1911? Well, I have 6 reasons. And as I said before, the first 3 apply to any handgun you choose. So you can really put that, they're ubiquitous reasons, but they're specific to me. The last 3 are about the 1911. So number 1 is proficiency. I believe you should carry the gun that you are most proficient with. And I know that can be taken to the nth degree. And, you could say, well, I should be, if that's the case, I should carry a rifle. I should carry an FAL. I understand, but within reason, you should be the most proficient with it. And I work with 1911s every single day. And so, therefore, the 1911 is obviously the platform I'm going to be the most proficient with. I'm the fastest. I am the most accurate. And I am the most comfortable with the 1911 platform due to working with it every single day. So insert whatever platform you're most proficient with, but that's the reason why I choose to carry a 1911. Now, number 2 is reliability. I know this is going to come as a shock, but the 1911 can be extremely reliable, and other platforms can end up being extremely unreliable. These pistols here have never failed me. I cannot think of a time that I had a malfunction on any one of these outside of this gun at one point, but I was using Winchester white box 9mm circa 2022. And it was the course that I was at. Everybody was having hard primer strikes on that ammo. So the only failures that I've ever had are pretty tied up to being ammo related. Outside of that, very, very reliable. Now, any gun can be reliable, and any gun can be unreliable in any platform. I've also shot 1911s that are unbelievably unreliable that I would never carry.
Oh, I got one. Look at that.
Oh. Let's talk about striker fired guns. I have had very unreliable striker fired guns before as well. The platform itself doesn't necessarily have to be reliable or unreliable. You just need to have a pistol that you know to be reliable. Now, 100 rounds is not a reliability test. 500 would be the minimum. So making sure that you've got mags that you know function in your gun with the ammo that is what you're going to be carrying, that's going to be important to establish that reliability baseline. Now, the third reason I choose to carry a 1911 every single day is safety. And I'm really talking about some of the manual safeties, the half cock, and other things that are built into the platform that make it a safe option to carry. So the first off is the thumb safety, all right? Some people have said that the thumb safety and having to remember to defeat that every time you draw the pistol and remember to put it on before you holster it can be difficult for new people to train. Maybe so, but if you train enough, you can get proficient at that. And I have muscle memory, so when I draw, as the gun rotates, that's when the safety goes off. When it's going to go back into a holster, and this is why I like having a thumb safety. Safety goes on, and then I can holster it appendix, and I am not worried, even if something were to get caught up in the trigger guard, the pistol's not going to go off. Now, the grip safety, I don't really care about grip safeties. It was something that has been forced upon us by horseback riding folks in the Army, that I really just don't care about the grip safety. And in fact, on the insurrection here, it has been pinned to be non-functional. I don't have any issues operating grip safeties. I've never had a problem even shooting in adverse positions. handling the grip safety. So for me, that's really a non-issue. I just think it's redundant and stupid. The last is going to be the half cock. So the half cock is a notch that's built onto the hammer, and this is a drop safety or jolt safety, I guess you could say. And this means that if something were to happen and the hammer were accidentally to pop off the sear and come off that notch, it's not going to go fall all the way down and a round's going to go off. The gun will get caught at half cock. So having that half cock notch as a drop safety and a accidental discharge safety built into the pistol is something I like, specifically carrying appendix. Like after having a manual safety and the half cock notch, I don't know what other gun I would carry appendix outside of a 1911. So now we're going to get into the 1911 specific reasons. This is where the arguments could probably start for why I carry a 1911. And the first is accuracy. In my experience, 1911s that are well built have inherently better accuracy than striker-fired pistols, most pistols that are out there. So our pistols, typically shoot, better than 1.5 inches with good ammo at 25 yards. I have not seen another platform that consistently gets that kind of accuracy. And in fact, if you go to bullseye shooting competitions, bullseye shooters are shooting 1911s specifically because of the inherent accuracy in the platform when it's built right. Now, are you necessarily needing to make those type of distance shots? I know the argument that's out there is, well, most engagements are under 7 yards. What does it matter? Well, I think there have been recent encounters that have shown that you do want to be proficient at hitting your target at distance. Eli Dickens at 40 yards. There was the White Church shooting where the shooter had to be engaged and was hit with a headshot, and I believe it was 25 yards there. It was Jack, I forgot his last name, I'll try to put it down below. That was a few years back. And then even here in Allen, Texas recently, we had another mass shooting where somebody came in with an AR-15 and laid waste to the outlets that are pretty close to where I live here in McKinney. And one of the things that goes through my mind is, if somebody is armed with a rifle, how am I going to be able to, engage that threat with a gun that I am not confident with at distance? So subcompacts, striker-fired pistols, that are a little bit shorter. For me, I'm looking at all the factors, and accuracy, I think in those kinds of situations, a few inches here or there can definitely make the difference. So accuracy is definitely high on the list for the 1911. Now, the next one is really difficult to dispute, and that is the trigger. The 1911 is widely known as having the best trigger design out there, from trigger feel, the ability to feel the wall and when that hammer is about to drop. Striker-fired pistols, in their design, they just do not have the ability to be as precise as you can get with a hammer-fired single-action only gun, specifically the 1911. So things can come close, but there is no trigger like a 1911 trigger, because a 1911 trigger don't stop. I mean, they're just awesome. There's nothing else like it. I would venture to say some of the worst, I've felt some pretty bad 1911 triggers, so I can't say the worst, but you can have a really, really bad, crappy 1911 trigger, and it's still going to feel better, and a shooter is going to be able to more accurately know when that hammer is about to drop than even the best striker-fired trigger, simply because of the design and the slop that's inherent in most striker-fired designs. So the 1911 trigger is just far superior. And the last reason that I choose to carry a 1911 is style. I believe it's the best looking pistol on the face of the planet. The design is classic, and it can be updated to look more modern. So there's a lot of different ways that it can be tailored to your design and to your liking. But the thing for me is, if I'm going to carry a pistol, I want to carry a pistol that I'm excited about, that is something that I am really, I don't want to say like attracted to, but is an attractive pistol. And the 1911 does it where no other gun does. It is just the best looking gun on the face of the planet. So that's it. Those are the reasons I carry a 1911 every single day. You choose to carry whatever you want to carry. I really don't care. But this is just a topic that I see. And I see people say that they don't think anyone actually carries a 1911 as their EDC. And the reality is there are a few of us out there. And it is growing more and more every single day, especially with guns like the Staccato, the CS, the more compact double stacks coming out. We're going to see more and more people carrying a 1911 variant than probably any time in history, because gun ownership and carrying every day is becoming more and more common than any time we've ever seen, and that's a good thing. So carry whatever you want. That's why I carry a 1911. Enjoy.